All right, a massive welcome to all you Kent Business College apprentices. Today we are diving headfirst into a marketer's secret weapon. It's called promotion. Think of it as the ultimate toolkit for making sure your brilliant product doesn't end up being the world's best-kept secret. So let's jump right in.
Okay, let me ask you something right off the bat. Picture this. You've just helped create the most amazing product ever. I mean, it's a game changer. It's beautiful, it works perfectly, the price is spot on. What's the number one, absolute biggest threat to its success?
Simple as this, being a well-kept secret. Seriously, without promotion, even the most incredible product on the planet is gonna fail. Why? Well, because nobody even knows it's there. Our job as marketers is to be the loudmouths, to make sure that never happens. Okay, so here's the game plan for today. We'll kick off with that secret product problem, then we'll open up the promotional toolkit. We'll get into the nitty-gritty of advertising and PR, then sales and digital. We'll touch on the human connection and wrap it all up with the ultimate combo move. Sound good? Let's go. All right, section 1. So, what even is promotion? You've probably heard of the 7 P's of marketing, right? Well, this is one of the big ones. At its core, it's all about communication. It's how a company shouts from the rooftops, grabs your attention, and convinces you to pick their stuff over someone else's. It's basically the cure for that whole secret product syndrome we were just talking about. So how do we do that? Well, marketers have this thing called the promotional mix, and honestly, you can just think of it like an actual toolkit. But instead of hammers and wrenches, it's full of different communication strategies. There are 5 main tools in this box, and the trick, the real art of marketing, is knowing exactly which tool to grab for which job. And here they are, the big 5. You've got advertising, public relations, which everyone just calls PR, sales promotion, direct and digital marketing, and good old personal selling. We're going to break down what each of these actually is and, crucially, when you'd want to use them. Okay, first up, let's talk about making some serious noise. We're going to look at the 2 tools designed to make the biggest splash, the ones you use when you want everyone talking. Yep, it's time for advertising and PR.
So, advertising. What is it really? It's pretty simple. It's when you pay to shout your message to a whole lot of people at once. Think about it. TV commercials, those massive billboards on the motorway, or, those ads that creepily follow you around the internet. You pay the cash, you get the ad space. Simple as that.
And advertising can be insanely powerful, especially when it hits you right in the feels. I mean, who doesn't remember the John Lewis Christmas ads? Take their Monty the Penguin one. It reportedly cost something like £6 million, a huge amount of money, right? But listen to the payoff. 7 million views online in the first 24 hours, and a profit bump of almost 5%. Now that's the power of telling a really good story.
Okay, next tool in the box, public relations, or PR. Now this one's a little different, a bit more subtle. See, PR is all about earning attention, not buying it. It's the clever art of getting other people, like journalists, bloggers, influencers, to talk about you and say how great you are, for free. So, this is the key difference you gotta remember. Paid versus earned media. With advertising, it's paid. You bought the space, so you control every single word. With PR, you earned it. Now, the trade-off is you have less control. A journalist might write something you don't love. But, and this is a big but, it's way more believable, right? Because it's not you saying you're great, it's someone else. And if you want a perfect and, frankly, hilarious example of PR genius, you have to look at Greggs. When they launched their vegan sausage roll, they didn't just run a bunch of ads. Oh no. A certain TV presenter, you can probably guess who, decided to have a go at them on Twitter. And the Greggs social media team came back with this absolutely legendary witty response. The internet just exploded. And the result of that one little tweet? A full-on media storm. The kind of publicity you literally couldn't buy. Greggs got all this amazing free press, and get this, their sales shot up by nearly 10%. That, my friends, is how you do viral PR. A bit of wit, a bit of fun, and a massive win for the business. Okay, so you've made a ton of noise. People are talking. But how do you get them to actually open their wallets? How do you turn that buzz into sales? Well, that's where our next couple of tools come in. These are the ones designed to get people to act, like right now, sales promotions and digital marketing.
Yeah, sales promotions are basically your big, shiny buy now button. They're all about creating urgency with short-term deals. You know the stuff, discounts, coupons, a BOGO offer, a 24-hour flash sale. It's all designed to get customers to stop humming and hawing and just buy the thing. A really brilliant example of this is the Tesco Club Card prices. I mean, we all know it, right? On the surface, it's just a simple deal. Scan your card, get a discount. Easy. But the genius part, it's secretly a massive data gathering operation that also builds incredible loyalty. That little short-term saving is actually feeding their entire long-term strategy. So clever.
And that leads us perfectly into our next tool, direct and digital marketing. This is where we get personal. It's all about talking directly to individual customers, usually through things like email, social media, or even SEO. The great thing is, it's super targeted, you can measure everything, and you can actually have a conversation with your customers.
You want to see who's a master of this? Look at ASOS. Their hashtag #AsSeenOnMe hashtag was just genius. They basically said, hey, post photos of yourself in our clothes, and then they put those photos right on their product pages. Think about it. They turned their own customers into their models and marketers. It's authentic, it's relatable, and it drove a crazy amount of engagement and sales.
Okay, on to our final tool. And this one, well, it's the most old-school one in the entire toolkit. But don't let that fool you, because sometimes it's the most powerful of them all. We're talking about the human connection.
Personal selling. It's exactly what it says on the tin. One human being talking to another, trying to persuade them to buy something. This is absolutely critical when you're dealing with big, complex, or expensive stuff where trust is everything. You know, like talking to a financial advisor, buying a car, or in B2B sales where a rep might spend months building a relationship with a client. A Facebook ad just can't do that.
Right, so we've seen all 5 tools in the kit. But here's the secret, the thing that separates the good marketers from the great ones. The ultimate combo move isn't using just one of these tools, it's using them together, in harmony. It's a strategy called Integrated Marketing Communications, or IMC. So think of this as your quick reference guide. Each tool has its own superpower, right? Advertising builds that big, broad awareness. PR builds credibility and gets people buzzing. Sales promos create that buy now urgency. Digital is for building relationships and engagement. And personal selling, that's all about trust. The real magic happens when you get them all working in concert, all sending the same clear, consistent message to your customer. So, I'm going to leave you with a challenge. Go back to your own workplace. Start looking around. Can you spot which of these promotional tools your company is using? How are they mixing and matching them? What's their ultimate combo move? Because figuring that out, that's your next big step to becoming a real master of this stuff. Go on, give it a go.